It's 4 o'clock on a Monday, and you know what that means, don't you? It's time for another exciting episode of Taxi TV Live. Yahoo! I wonder if the guy downstairs thinks I'm crazy when I do those yahoos. Welcome, everybody. Good to see you. And I just realized I didn't even open up the chat room for today. Today we are going to do the top 10. Yes! I know you guys love that. I will be saying hello to you momentarily. How do I get to that chat room? There it is. Okay, chat room popped out. Free to roam. There we go. All right, there you guys are. Hello, everybody. Good to see you. Hope you had a great weekend. Yeah, so today we're going to listen to stuff that the Taxi A&R staff and the screeners, just stuff that's bubbled up to the top. It's not necessarily the 10 best songs or instrumentals that we've got on hand here. Just stuff that people on the staff have paid attention to and said, wow, that should be on the top 10. So there you go. Let's see. Okay, I'm getting distracted by the chat room there. So I'm excited to play this music. I was actually listening to it before the show, which I sometimes don't get a chance to do. And I heard some great stuff. I want to talk about September 11th only for a brief moment because it's now the 13th. But I've got to say, you know, time heals all wounds, and to some extent, even September 11th, it hasn't faded from memory, but it got pushed to the background a little bit. You know, we're always all aware of it. We mention it in the course of life. But this weekend, being the 20th anniversary of it, I got to say, I spent 15 hours on Saturday just watching show after show after show on all these different networks about it. Many of them were 2-hour shows. Learned a lot of stuff that I didn't know at the time, and I thought I was pretty tuned into what was going on at the time. For instance, did you know that Air Force One, when it took off from Florida, went to an altitude of 45,000 feet to evade other aircraft that were flying around because there's still about 4,000 planes in the air? And they really didn't have a clue as to what was going on, and they'd heard from somebody somewhere, it turned out to be kind of an internal miscommunication, that Air Force One would be under attack. Whoops, let me turn off that ding-ding. And so because they climbed to an altitude, that's the official altitude, 45,000 feet right there, they lost a lot of their communication ability, and Air Force One is supposed to have some of the best communications, if not the best, of any single entity on the planet Earth. So learned a lot of interesting facts like that, but obviously nothing was as impactful as the lives lost and just the horrible way that people died, and then the bravery of the people on Flight 97. So just a very emotional day on Saturday, and I think it's good that it seemed like, at least in the United States, that the media went all out. Maybe they did it for ratings, maybe they did it because they actually give a damn, I don't know. But there was a plethora of great information out there that I'm sure caused millions of people to reflect and to think and just be aware. And it's amazing to me that even two of my own daughters, one of them was a year old at the time, the other one was 3 or 4 at the time, and they certainly have an awareness of it and know what happened, but not to the extent that those of us who were adults at the time. So there you go. Edmund Red loves the word plethora. Yeah, that's in my book of big fancy words. Anyway, so that's that. Hope you guys, I was going to say, enjoyed the day. You know what I mean. I hope you got something meaningful from the day is what I'm trying to say. So that's that. What else do I want to tell you? I made notes for today's show. I come well prepared. Tomorrow there will be a Quarantini happy hour at 4 o'clock. I really do need some ideas for that. I've been very busy at the road rally, and frankly, I didn't work on Saturday, and I planned to work like a 15-hour day. Instead, I watched 9/11 stuff, so I didn't do any work. one of the things on my task list was coming up with ideas for the Quarantini on Tuesday. So if you guys would be so kind as to go into the comment area when this show goes up on YouTube as an archive and throw some ideas out or questions for tomorrow's show, I'd really appreciate that. I'm not going to be here on Thursday. I'm going to be out for Yom Kippur. Monday the 20th, we are doing a Taxi TV. And I have written in my calendar Bobby Borg. I just sent an email to him about a minute ago, right before I hit the go button, asking Bobby if he was still good for the 20th. So hopefully he is, because he's always a great guest. And that's that for now. So without any further ado, Elliot says, I'm here. I heard words coming out of my room. It's already Tuesday there. There you go. Hey, Darren, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see all you guys. I haven't seen as much of you as I normally would lately, but the road rally keeps me busy. I am still in the process of emailing all the panelists. People saying, I want to do it, but I've got a wedding. That's the most popular. I don't know if that's a way to get out of doing a panel, but it's amazing how many people say, I've got a wedding to go to. I don't care. What's more important than the road rally? Certainly not a wedding unless you're the person getting married. Anyway, let's have a listen. Starting with number 1. This song is called My Body is a Letter. And this is from Maya DeVitri, who is the featured artist on the website this month. Let's have a listen to My Body is a Letter. I want to see what you guys think the genre is for this. I was listening to it today and I thought, wonder what they'll think. So let me know. Put it in the chat. I really, really like that. I don't know that anybody absolutely nailed the genre. Definitely could be. It's a form of singer songwriter, assuming that Maya DeVitri wrote and sang it. That would qualify, and assuming Maya is a woman, that would qualify her as a singer songwriter. And yes, there are some similarities to, I think it was Dreams off the Rumors album by Fleetwood Mac. Kind of Mick Fleetwood-ish drums. Christine McVie vocal tone, right? Kind of that haunting yet soothing vocal tone that she has. Marion Laird says, I don't think any of us have a clue. I don't know. I think you guys are more clued in than many. Hello, Alex Dillon. How are you? He says, sorry to be late. Anyway, I think it's a great song. Once again, that was My Body is a Letter. Maya DeVitri. There you go. Really, really cool. Dan Weber says he agrees with all that. Yeah, it does sit between, if it got played on an adult contemporary station, you would say, for people of my age, my generation, who grew up with the Beatles, then moved on to like Eagles, Fleetwood Mac, all that yacht rock stuff. To us, this sounds like pop, because that's what was on the pop charts when we were really, really listening to a lot of music. I guess I listen to a lot of music now. Anyway, I really liked it. I thought it was cool. I loved a lot of things about it. Loved the vibrato guitar, loved the drum part, loved the vocal, loved the mix. And there were a couple of interesting chord inversions on the guitar that, like out of the clear blue and not so in your face, but loud enough to go, hey, here I am. There was a really cool guitar part that showed up on the left side a couple times that I thought was a nice touch. So good job. Ken Mesford's Body is an acronym. Good to know. I don't even want to ask what that is. What genre would I call it? I think I just think that, it really all depends on singer-songwriter. Yes, it could make it to a pop chart. You could call it indie singer-songwriter, indie folk, kind of, but not really. I mean, there's nothing about this really folky, but it's got a folk atmosphere to it in some regards, but I wouldn't classify it as folk. I don't know. It's a tough one. That's why I asked you guys. But maybe we'll keep a soft rock. Yeah, I mean, it's, I don't know. It could be, its beauty is in the eyes of the beholder in this case. But I would love to talk to a radio programmer. I definitely don't think it's Americana. I'd love to talk to, I've got a friend that's a radio program director on a pretty big station. I would love to hear what he calls it. Okay, next up we have an instrumental that, if I remember correctly, is really, well, they're all really cool. I've listened to all of them, kind of half paying attention while I was getting ready for the big show today. This one is called Buckle My Shoe, and it's an instrumental by Kyle Sutton. Hello, Kyle. Here we go. I bet you guys can nail the genre in this one in a heartbeat. Yep, hip-hop genre. So yeah, pretty much urban dramedy, dramedy hip hop. It did have a little bit of Halloween in there, right? Just a little. Could definitely be used in a Halloween thing. Uh, the little scratching between parts is brilliant. Yes, it is. There was a lot about that was brilliant. Really, really cool. Very, very, very signable, very licensable. And I think if I remember correctly, Kyle Sutton has done very well for himself with film and TV music. All right, this next one is from an old friend of mine who became a friend because of Taxi. His name is Adam Watts. He and his partner Andy Dodd co-wrote a song called Beautiful Soul. Taxi connected them with Jesse McCartney. Actually, it was Carole King's daughter was Jesse McCartney's manager, I believe, or maybe producer, I think manager. And she called me up and she asked us to run a listing. And I think it was Doug Minnick, our vice president at Taxi at the time, forwarded a song from Adam and Andy called Beautiful Soul. No, actually, you know what? It forwarded another song that Carole King's daughter loved. She played it for Jesse McCartney. Jesse loved it, but didn't love it for him, but loved the vibe, the sound, the writing style, the production style. And so they reached out to Adam and Andy and said, what else you got? And they ended up with 2 cuts on that record. Well, if memory serves, I think it went to number 5. Beautiful Soul did. And as a result, Adam and Andy each signed publishing deals with Disney Music Publishing, and that led to them being amongst the primary songwriters for the absolute hit movies, High School Musical 1, 2, and 3. And I believe they had like 2 or 3 songs in each of those. They sold like a gazillion records, and they were on TV and movie theaters, just, like a worldwide phenomena. And then that was followed up by Camp Rock 1, 2, and 3, and they had a substantial amount of music on that stuff. I think Adam, who's also a devout Christian and writes Christian music, has had several things recorded by Jeremy Camp. I can't remember, though, if he co-wrote that stuff with Andy. Possibly. Anyway, both those guys, Adam and Andy, 2 of the nicest people you would ever want to meet. They deserve everything wonderful that happened for them. I believe that their music, their songs and productions have been on 50 million albums. All because of one connection through Taxi. And when I met them, I don't know, it's funny, when I called Adam one day and I said, I'd never met him before. None of us on the staff knew him. We just knew the music. And I called him and he answered the phone. I said, hey, it's Michael Lasko from Taxi. And he went, yeah? Like, what do you want? And I think he was worried that we were going to say, hey, we want a piece of the action. I said, no, we don't want anything. We just wanted to say congratulations. We're really happy for you. We ended up becoming very good friends. I would trust both those guys with my life. They are really good human beings, super duper talented. Adam is a great engineer as well. And so what you're going to hear now is a song called Keep Those Ghosts Away. This is by Adam Watts. He wrote it, he produced it, and it's performed, the vocals performed by Julia Ross. Oops, I'm all tangled up. Listen to the mix in particular. I mean, not that the song isn't worth listening to, but the mix, when I was getting ready for the show today and had my earbuds in listening, it was like, wow, Adam has only gotten better.
It's wakes me up in the middle of the night. Everybody's got the reasons, 100,000 demons trying to keep those ghosts away. If your head's above the water, pain will make you stronger, trying to keep those ghosts away. Here we are, under the stars, trying to find the meaning of it all. Everybody's got the reasons, 100,000 demons trying to keep those ghosts away.
Notice how, no matter how big or small the track gets, that the vocal is always where you can hear it.
I didn't follow the signs, now I'm lost. And when I'm haunted at night, am I dreaming? If the sun doesn't rise, can I call? And will you answer me at all? 'Cause it wakes me up in the middle of the night. Everybody's got the reasons, 100,000 demons trying to keep those ghosts away. If your head's above the water, pain will make you stronger, trying to keep those ghosts away. Here we are, under the stars, trying to find the meaning of it all. Everybody's got the reasons, 100,000 demons trying to keep those ghosts away. My urge to leave when I should stay, my tendency to push until it breaks. Your drunken truth keeps me awake, the morning after every word erased. Every word erased. Every word erased. Every word, every word, every word. Everybody's got the reasons, 100,000 demons trying to keep those ghosts away. If your head's above the water, pain will make you stronger, trying to keep those ghosts away. Here we are, under the stars, trying to find the meaning of it all. Everybody's got the reasons, 100,000 demons trying to keep those ghosts
That was the one, the only Adam Watts, with a vocal by Julia Ross, and an impressive vocal at that. See what I mean about the mix, though? You could hear every little detail in there. And the vocal was always at a level, no matter how big or how small the production and or the track got. You could always hear the vocal, and it was always right where it needed to be. Somebody asked if that was done in a home studio. The answer is probably, but I've been to Adam's house. It's been a long time, probably 10 years or more. He was a single guy. Now he's married with a kid or two, I believe. And I'm sure that as much, his wife is also a musician. I'm sure as much as she supports his endeavors, he had to take the studio out of the living room, because that's where it was before. It was basically the living room, the dining room, or something like that. We're just all set up as a studio. Maybe he's got a separate workspace now. Maybe he's got a different house. I don't know. He lives here in Southern California, not like right in the heart of LA, but close enough. Anyway, Adam, I know Adam well enough to make an educated guess that his home studio is on the, and I say home studio in quotes, is on the high end of home studios. Probably probably doesn't have a Neve or an SSL in there, but just I remember seeing a picture years ago. He already had tons of outboard. Adam's the kind of guy that if he sees a tool that he likes, he would get it because he can justify it because he makes great music, makes great records. And if I had to venture a guess, think about that. If you've got your music on 50 million records, and back then they were still printing up CDs, so if they were getting 10 cents, is about 9.7 cents, whatever, call it, rough it up to, or round it up to 10 cents mechanical per unit, that would be $5 million worth of mechanicals. And then, of course, that's split with the publisher because they probably did a co-pub deal. And then the radio airplay and the TV airplay, my God, our house alone probably contributed a few $1,000s worth of performance royalties to Adam and Andy. My daughter Hannah in particular at the time was so in love with High School Musical. And then when she was about 8 or 9 years old, she was in like an acting camp kind of thing, and they did High School Musical, and she got a good role, and that was so happy. Just saw a picture of that laying around the house somewhere. Yeah, those guys did really, really well. Not to mention, the performance money and the mechanicals on the Jesse McCartney stuff. Oh gosh, Kelly Clarkson has done their stuff. Yeah, they have a real career, and they deserve every little bit of success they've had because it's their full-time job. They take it seriously. They rolled the dice, gambled everything, worked their butts off, and leveraged their inherent talent and had a real live big boy career. Also want to say hello to Jack H. I've never seen you in the chat room before, but I saw that you're from PSL, which I assume means Port St. Lucie, Florida, which for my money is the snook fishing capital of the world. So you, sir, are a lucky, lucky man. And let me know in the chat, Jack H., if you go fishing for snook. I'm waiting. Come on. Oh, yeah, there's like a 10-second delay. Andre Stepanian in the house. Yes, it does, he says. Jack H says. Yeah, no kidding. Snook fishing. It's my favorite fish. Snook and tarpon. Those are my... You are a master scuba diver trainer. Wow. Back in the day, right before I got my first job in the music industry at Criteria Studios in Miami, I was actually a professional diver for a company in Miami called Reef Incorporated. We collect saltwater species, mainly from South Florida and the Bahamas, but imported them from all over the world and then distributed them to aquariums, seaquariums, pet stores, the like. I spent a lot of time with a scuba tank on my back when I was 18, 19 years old. Got certified when I was 12, I think, the first time. Anyway, I miss it. I don't go diving anymore. Hurt my ears. Last time I did it, we were on vacation somewhere, and I went diving, and I got claustrophobic, which is something I never had my whole life, but in the last few years. I don't get claustrophobic in small spaces like elevators. I get claustrophobic when people are all around me, like if I'm cooking and I've got friends or family standing near me. It gets me a little claustrophobic. Not so bad that I need to run out of the room screaming, but I feel it. And oddly enough, as soon as I was like 10 feet under the surface of the water, I felt like the water was closing in on me. So I don't know that I'll ever go diving again. But gotta say, I spent hundreds, maybe even a few thousand hours in the water and loved it. All right, next thing up is this one is called Lament for Piano and Strings Ensemble. It's an instrumental by none other than Alex Dillon, who's always in the house. Let's have a listen. Lament by Alex Dillon. That is a beautiful piece. Somebody said the title aptly describes it in so many words. I couldn't agree more. Great title for that. Really good for getting it licensed someday, because if somebody is looking for a piece of music that feels, I don't even know if this is a word, lamentous, that certainly is it. Really, really well done. There was absolutely nothing I would change about that. It's very emotional. The piano sound is excellent, by the way. All the sounds are excellent. Great, great job, Alex. Really, really, you should be proud of that. Excuse me. I've been trying to not burp in the microphone today. I don't know that I've been so successful at that. Okay, the next one is called I'll Pack It Up, and this is by Jerry Lopez. Oh, if this is what I think it is, it's got a great guitar part, great rhythm guitar. Whoops. Love chicken picking. Yeah, James Brown in the house.
You get
freaking incredible. Wow. Yeah, it's funny. I'm watching the chat room, and you guys are going, check out the bass part, check out the this part, check out the bat. Every single part in that was perfect. Incredibly well played. I have no idea if it's live, if some of it's live, how much of it was MIDI, if any of it. Just incredibly good. Remember, how many of you are old enough to remember an artist named Buddy Miles? He was the drummer. Did he play with Hendrix for a while? Maybe not. I don't know. Who was the Taxi member? The Taxi member is Jerry Lopez, who is now officially a rock star in my book. Elliot says, I'm old enough. Buddy Miles did records like this. Hey, Terrell Beckless. Just like pure, tight, super good funk. Honestly, this is better than I remember Buddy Miles being. Buddy Miles was great. Whew. Rodney says he thinks he did play with Jimmy for a bit. Yeah, Buddy Miles. Nobody remember. Well, I can't say nobody because obviously 3 or 4 of us do. Nancy Callell checking in says, yep, he did play with Jimi Hendrix. Yeah, he was primarily like a jazz or jazz funk drummer. How he ended up with Jimi Hendrix, I do not know. Wow. Woo! I hate to be the guy after him. This one's called Oh Yeah La La by John Harding. It's also an instrumental. Good luck, John. Wow. Great for a TV commercial. Whoa. I got it. Gotta say, pretty strong there, John Harding. That was Oh Yeah La La. Sooner or later, somebody's gonna say, well, how can you call that an instrumental? It had vocals in it. Didn't really have vocals. It had vocalization. So sometimes when you see a listing, especially for TV commercials where they're saying that they want an instrumental, but they'll take some sort of simple vocal part, that's exactly what they're talking about. Really, like super simple. Make you want to go, yeah, hands in the air kind of stuff. Perfect for commercials. I mean, you could do that for, that would make a great McDonald's commercial. It would work for an Apple commercial. It would work for makeup. It would work for back to school clothes for 13-year-old females. There are a million things that would work for. So great job. That again was John Harding. Probably not John Wesley Harding, right? Just John Harding. All right. This one, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this one is a country song. Wow, we're going to be done early today. We may have to go back and listen to some of this stuff again. This is called Man These Days, and it's by Johnny Bourne. Maybe Jason's brother.
To say these days are complicated ain't really how I'd say. It seems the whole damn world has lost its mind. For a simple guy like me, just trying to do the next good thing, I'm finding the list of good gets longer all the time. And I'm just trying to get it right. Man, these days, you gotta do it all, but not too much. Be everything, hard like a rock, but soft to touch. Know how to love and how you don't. Slay the dragon or let him go. How to say please and thanks. To know your fist ain't your greatest strength. That's a little bit of what it takes to be a man these days. Rally starts at 8 p.m. so I leave the tractor stuck again and haul ass down the road so I'm not late. Tomorrow I play soccer mile, carpool taxi mow the lawn, so the tractor and the hoe will have to wait. Yeah, I'm still trying to get it right. Man, these days, you gotta do it all, but not too much. Be everything, hard like a rock, but soft to touch. Know how to love and how you don't. Slay the dragon or let him go. How to say please and thanks. To know your fist ain't your greatest strength. That's a little bit of what it takes to be a man these days. Well, Grandma washed and Grandpa dried. They drowned some worms from time to time. Her job was cooking at the church for free, cause that was Jesus' work. He paid all the bills and stuff. She built a home of life and love. Somehow then that was enough. Back when woke just meant I'm up. Oh man, these days, you gotta do it all, but not too much. Be everything, hard like a rock, it's all the touch. Know how to love and how you don't. Slay the dragon or let him go. How to say please and thanks. To know your fist ain't your greatest strength. That's a little bit of what it takes to be a man these days. To be a man these days. Yeah.
Wow. Another great song. We're having a good time today. Some of the lyrics, a lot of the lyrics in that song are just amazingly good. And it's so on the money, the whole concept of the song. Great job. Johnny Bourne, if you are in the house, stand up and take a bow. Great job on that. Amazing job. And Nancy, I agree with you. Tim McGraw would be perfect for that. Or this would be perfect for Tim McGraw. Yep, great drum sounds. Snare sounded great. Everything about it, right? I love when you guys get excited about this stuff. It makes me so proud of our members. All right. This one is called Too Little Time. It's an instrumental by Stephen Bradshaw. Let's have a listen. developmental arc. Another great one. Wow. The A&R staff outdid themselves this month. This is called Too Little Time by Stephen Bashaw, not Bradshaw, Bashaw. Everything about it. On the money. Incredibly good. Wow. I'm amazed by how good our members are. All right. This one sounds like my hair. It's called Gone Gray, and it's by Robert Malka. Let's have a listen.
Images feel like a lifetime ago. Try to remember your face, like colors of ink in the letters you wrote. They're all gone gray, gone gray. Now I think if love is a four-letter word, then I had the mouth of a saint. Loneliest lessons that I never learned, they're all gone gray, gone gray. All the weight of things that I needed to say will drag my fate till I've gone gray. Pictures are kept like some distant tableau, drift in an ash-colored haze, like all of the flowers you wanted to grow. They're all gone gray, gone gray. All the weight of things that I needed to say will drag my fate till I've gone gray, gone gray, gone.
Wow. This, what an amazing body of work we're listening to today. Just incredibly good music. All right, let's listen to the last one, I believe. Yep, the last one on the list. This is called Filthy Habit by Sam Sarah. Could it be Sam and Sarah? No, it's Sam Sarah. Let's have a listen. Filthy Habit. Wow, another great one. I've got to say, as I was listening to that and listening to how good the mix was, I remember working on stuff like that throughout my career in the studio. It's way harder to mix something like that with just a brick wall of guitars. Did you notice how the vocal, again, wasn't peaky, didn't sound like horribly compressed, but it was always like right there. Really, really good mix. The drums, were ever present in a good way. Just everything worked. All right, so here's the deal. We got a half hour left. We've got 10 songs and instrumentals, and I think we've got just enough time to polish them all off. So I am going to just start at the beginning, hit play, and just let them roll. This way I can just be lazy and sit here and look at the chat room. Maybe I'll talk over some of them a little bit. Maybe I'll keep my mouth shut. I don't know, but let's listen again. What a particularly, every one of these shows seems to get better. So great job on the members' part. Great job on the A&R staff's part for picking these winners. All right, starting at the top again. This is called My Body is a Letter. And this was the featured artist in September, Maya DeVitri. And you can find the top 10 on the Taxi website every month. We update it on the first of the month, I believe, right? What the hell was that? Something going on out there. All right, here we go. And now Buckle My Shoe by Kyle Sutton. Next up, Keep Those Ghosts Away by Adam Watts.
Me up in the middle of the night. Everybody's got the reasons, 100,000 demons trying to keep those ghosts away. If your head's above the water, pain will make you stronger, trying to keep those ghosts away. Here we are, under the stars, trying to find the meaning of it all. Everybody's got the reasons, 100,000 demons trying to keep those ghosts away. Something broke in my head, now I'm bleeding. I didn't follow the signs, now I'm lost. And when I'm haunted at night, am I dreaming? If the sun doesn't rise, can I call? And will you answer me at all? 'Cause it wakes me up in the middle of the night. Everybody's got the reasons, 100,000 demons trying to keep those ghosts away. If your head's above the water, pain will make you stronger, trying to keep those ghosts away. Here we are, under the stars, trying to find the meaning of it all. Everybody's got the reasons, 100,000 demons trying to keep those ghosts away. My urge to leave when I should stay, my tendency to push until it breaks.
Pay special attention to the production when the chorus comes back in.
The morning after, every word erased. Every word erased. Every word erased. Every word, every word, every word. Everybody's got the reasons, 100,000 demons trying to keep those ghosts away. If your head's above the water, pain will make you stronger, trying to keep those ghosts away. Here we are, under the stars, trying to find the meaning of it all. Everybody's got the reasons, 100,000 demons trying to keep those ghosts
That was Adam Watts, Keep Those Ghosts Away, and now Alex Dillon, Lament for Piano. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And this is Jerry Lopez. I'll pack it up. This is Oh Yeah La La by John Harding. Days by Johnny Bourne.
To say these days are complicated ain't really how I'd say. It seems the whole damn world has lost its mind. For a simple guy like me, just trying to do the next good thing, I'm finding the list of good gets longer all the time. And I'm just trying to get it right. Man, these days, you gotta do it all, but not too much. Be everything, hard like a rock, but soft to touch. Know how to love and how you don't. Slay the dragon or let him go. How to say please and thanks. To know your fist ain't your greatest strength. That's a little bit of what it takes to be a man these days. Rally starts at 8 p.m. so I leave the tractor stuck again and haul ass down the road so I'm not late. Tomorrow I play soccer mile, carpool taxi mow the lawn, so the tractor and the hoe will have to wait. Yeah, I'm still trying to get it right. Man, these days, you gotta do it all, but not too much. Be everything, hard like a rock, but soft to touch. Know how to love and how you don't. Slay the dragon or let him go. How to say please and thanks. To know your fist ain't your greatest strength. That's a little bit of what it takes to be a man these days. Well, Grandma washed and Grandpa dried. They drowned some worms from time to time. Her job was cooking at the church for free, cause that was Jesus' work. He paid all the bills and stuff. She built a home of life and love. Somehow then that was enough. Back when woke just meant I'm up. Oh man, these days, you gotta do it all, but not too much. Be everything, hard like a rock, it's all the touch. Know how to love and how you don't. Slay the dragon or let him go. How to say please and thanks. To know your fist ain't your greatest strength. That's a little bit of what it takes to be a man these days. To be a man these days. Yeah.
That was Johnny Bourne, and this is Stephen Bashaw, Too Little Time. Stephen Deshaw, Too Little Time, and this is Gone Gray by Robert Malka.
Images feel like a lifetime ago. Try to remember your face, like colors of ink in the letters you wrote. They're all gone gray, gone gray. Now I think if love is a four-letter word, and I had the mouth of a saint. Loneliest lessons that I never learned, they're all gone gray, gone gray. All the way of things that I needed to say will drag my fate till I've gone gray. Pictures are kept like some distant tableau, drift in an ash-colored haze, like all of the flowers you wanted to grow. They're all gone gray, gone gray. All the weight of things that I needed to say will drag my fate till I've gone gray, gone gray, gone.
Last but not least, Filthy Habit by Samsara.
Kentucky's getting close to warm. I feel like I'm itching towards
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Congratulations to all of you who made the wonderful music today. I would really appreciate it if all you guys who love this show so much would send a note, a little love note to the Taxi A&R staff, letting them know what a great job they do picking this music for these shows. I have nothing to do with it. I've got veto power that I never have to use, and I'm very happy about that. So yeah, send a note, send it to memberservices@taxi.com, and in the subject line, just do say something like "Great job, A&R Team," so that Randy can find them all and group them together and forward them to the staff. But I'm very, very proud of them. Great music. Very proud of our members for making great music. Grateful for you guys showing up today and enjoying the show as much as you did. I think we all did. I'll be back tomorrow for a Quarantini happy hour. Same time, same channel. And remember, if you'd be kind enough to go into the comments under today's show and give me some ideas for what you want to talk about, questions that need to be answered tomorrow, I'd really appreciate it, because I'm getting very little time to do prep for these shows because of the road rally. That's it. Over and out. And remember, no Quarantini on Thursday, because I will be in synagogue atoning for my sins. Maybe I should take next week off too. Anyway, bye you guys. Thanks for hanging out. It was fun. Where's the music? There's the music. Don't forget to hit that like button.